Hey, Maria back with another video. It's early Tuesday morning. I think it's Tuesday. Losing track of the days here. And I had a very confusing last night. Confusing night yesterday. Last evening, I should say. I could not find my keys, and that was like really frustrating me. I was like, where the hell are my keys? Because, I'm the kind of person, like, once I get in the door, I put my keys away. And I was looking everywhere, and I kept backtracking and trying to figure out what in the world. Well, I wear like 2 pairs of boots to my job right now, and they're really beat up and dirty, and I will throw them away eventually. Where I am right now, there's a lot of dirt. So it's like, I don't see any point in wearing any decent shoes. So I wear these 2 pairs, I alternate between the 2. And I couldn't figure out where my keys were. So this morning, I kept thinking, maybe they might be in my boot. And you know what, lo and behold, I hear this jingling as I go into the closet when I pick up my boot. There they were, so I was quite relieved. But anyway, I was thinking last night about, what I said, and I don't feel bad about what I said. I will never take it back. But, many people think that they have certain traditions in their life, which I will tell you that as far as I knew from my blood relations, basically handing somebody over to dictate your life was not a part of our tradition. So I'm assuming that this idea may have been created probably from my sister Tanya, or maybe my sister Lisa, to basically give Joel's mom, maybe, I don't know, I'm assuming, okay, some sort of imagined authority over me. She doesn't have any legal authority over me, and I don't want her to have anything to do with my life. But my point is that, people have their ideas and their customs and their traditions in their own home. And that's good for them if that's what they want. I personally could never live like that. But they don't have the right to inflict those things on another person. And I know a lot of people, they say, well, this is a part of our Christian values. There are some Christians that do things like that, and there's some Christians that don't. And, it's not that I don't have respect for biblical principles, but, some people take this whole idea and they use it to do bad things, like, how women are supposed to, respect their husbands and so on and so forth. And you know what? I think sometimes people behave in a way where that kind of respect comes naturally. I don't really believe that Joel is the kind of person that I should look up to or respect. So anyway, with that being said, I think families should really start thinking about this sort of practice and what they do to other people, because, you never know what you might be doing to another person. I personally think that Joel's family is crazy. I mean, I think they are. And I'm not comfortable with having any sort of connection with them, which I've said multiple times. But, my point is that, that puts a woman in a very difficult situation, especially when you have a lot of ignorant people running around thinking that what they're doing is right, And so my concern is mainly about this woman's issue, because a lot of men abuse that sort of authority. And since, I never felt as though Joel was somebody that deserved that kind of respect to look up to. I mean, I never came to him with any of my issues. I mean, sometimes I would tell him my problems, but he was never somebody who I felt like, well, he could provide a solution, or he could, do anything. He was always kind of the couch potato type person. So he's not the kind of person that I would want making any decisions in my life, or his mom, I don't want anything to do with anybody from my past at that point, Of course, I've mentioned my family and their family as well. So all of this was just really a nightmare, in my opinion. Which it is. It's not even based on opinion. It's just a fact. I don't encourage anybody to do anything like that. And I think that women should be standing on their own. If they want to have some sort of issues with their spouse or whatever, they need to talk about that, with their spouse up front and work things out, not doing things behind the scenes, because, that sort of, you lose respect for people in that situation, and they become extremely controlling. So anyway, I don't agree with that at all, and luckily, the law is on my side. So anyway, what else? Oh, I was thinking, how I'm assuming, his mom didn't approve of, maybe me wearing dresses and stuff like that to work, which is stupid because, sometimes you have to look nice for work. You do. I mean, and if you don't, then you're kind of a slob, I guess. I don't know, whatever. But my thing is, I remember talking to him about that issue. I was working over at Flourishing Fart, and, he knew what I was wearing that day, and he was encouraging it, and then when I came home and told him about it, he was making jokes about it, like, well, you need to get in their face and bend over and just stupid stuff like that. He was being silly, right? But it indicated to me that he didn't have a problem with it. Now, if him and his mom were talking about it behind my back and saying things about it, then, I don't know what to tell you. That's saying one thing and doing another is another issue that I have a problem with, I believe that I dress very professional for work. Like right now, I mean, I work on like a farm or a dirt area. So I started wearing like, dress pants a lot before, because that's pretty much in my closet. And, I'm not going to wear a dress out there because, well, come on now. So I just wear pretty much pants, like slacks or whatever. And I would alternate with jeans. Lately, I've just been wearing straight jeans because I feel as though, my pants continually get dirty when I get home. I mean, and they are dirty. I mean, they're extremely dirty. And I don't roll around the dirt or kick up sand or anything like that. But it's just a very, dirty environment. So therefore, I just basically wear a nice top, a nice shirt that's presentable. And I wear a pair of boots, either black, or brown. And I kind of switch around from that. But I always look presentable, And that's the way it is. I really think that people should always look their best, and I don't know, I kind of think that, issues relating to what husbands expect or whatever, that needs to be communicated up front, and it needs to be discussed between the man and the woman, otherwise it's kind of, it's sneaky and it's deceptive. It's basically how I feel about it, And so, anyway, I'm glad to write these people of my life. They've caused me nothing but problems and annoying stress and anxiety and just absolute sickness, I don't agree with their lifestyle, but obviously, I'm very shocked to see that my family, like my siblings, agree with that sort of filth. I mean, I can't understand that, but that's who they are, and so I can't say anything about how they live their life, except for they have no right to try to control mine, I consider myself to be somebody who has good values, I really do, and I consider myself to be a sincere person, and I try my hardest to make people that I care about happy, but I don't feel anything for those people, and there's no way in the world I know that I could ever feel that way. So anyway, I had a rough night last night, and I was glad to find my keys this morning, because I kept thinking, what in the world am I going to do? Finding your keys at the last minute, which is what I kind of did. Because I gave up on the search, last night. I'm like, I don't know where my keys are. And when I found them, I was like so relieved, But anyway, no, I do think that people need to talk about those issues. And it needs to be something that only concerns them. It only concerns the the husband and the wife. It doesn't concern anyone else. Because it's not other people's responsibility to police another person or try to correct them or try to, you know, be involved in their relationship. I find that so offensive. Like, you know, I can't even find words for it. It's ridiculous, you know, as far as I'm concerned. And, you know, I could never have any respect for people who do stuff like that. Anyway, I'm not sure if it's going to rain today. I've got things to take care of, you know. I'm almost out of Kleenex right now. I've been, like, you know, sneezing all for the last few days. So this weather is really starting to mess with me. So anyway, I'm going to close this video up for now, and I will be back with another one later. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye, guys.